order. And we respectfully acknowledge that this meeting is being held on the traditional territory of the Quagga people, Gaelic-Essa.
Gaelic Essa.
Have approval of the agenda as presented, moved by Councillor Tidbury, seconded by Councillor Robertson. All in favor? Carried. We have the minutes of the regular council meeting held February 11th for adoption. Moved by Councillor Tidbury, seconded by Councillor Dugas. Any errors or omissions? All in favor? Carried. No delegations. We have business arising, our council action item report, February 11th for information. Any comments? Okay, no new business. Under correspondence, we have from Brandon Thompson, Executive Secretary of the Triport Pride Society, regarding the Transgender Visibility Day for discussion.
In there?
Yes.
No, I'm assuming this is a new day now that's come up.
So he would like to put the flag up for Transgender Visibility Day on March 31st.
Mhm.
And I did look that on May 17th, we put a flag up to recognize Homophobia Day.
Mhm.
And for the whole month of June, the flag at the Municipal Hall is put up for the Pride Society, except for on Indigenous Day. So it's taken
Right.
down on Indigenous Day and different signs or flags put up. But this would
So
be,
this is new,
this is new.
okay.
Councillor Tidbury?
There's a lot of flags going up. A lot of flags. And I like to see the one with the maple leaf on it, with two red signs on each side of it. At the town hall. Maybe we invest in another flagpole someplace and have that as a community thing, but I think the one at the town hall should be the Canadian flag.
Right now, the one at the town hall is
I know,
not
and I voted. But after thinking about it over time, I think we should just have the Canadian flag here and have another pole dedicated someplace for other, like this one here, or gay pride or whatever.
CAO.
Just historically, what we've done is it's the Port Hardy flag that goes
Yeah.
here, and then whenever council makes a resolution to make changes, then it's the Port Hardy flag that gets removed, and then something else is put in its place, so that we're not taking away from the Canada flag that's down at the Kids Central Station. Same as we already have two Canadian flags already in very close proximity to this particular building, which is why this one is flown as the municipal flag.
RCMP and everything. Yeah.
Councillor Dorward.
I would just like to move to support this request, and especially the transgender community is, I think, under more attack probably than all the other LGBTQIA plus community members. I think they are, especially now with the stuff going on in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I think and I think so it's more important than ever that we show our support for those people.
There's second.
And
Seconded by
don't get me
Councillor
wrong,
Robinson.
we're not people,
Canadian flag
Just
there.
a
Makes
location
sense.
part.
it's just the location part, that's all.
So we have mover and a seconder. Do we have any further discussion on this particular flag going up?
My only question was, and I could have researched myself, but I didn't, was whether Transgender Day of Visibility on March 31st is a national kind of day.
Yes,
It is?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I did, I looked it up,
Okay, good.
yeah,
I
was wondering.
yeah, CAO.
And I think the only thing that I would request that council put into the resolution is that they provide the flag, because we currently do not have this flag, it is different.
So I assumed that was part of it. And Trina's had her hand up for a while.
Trina?
Sorry.
Councillor Smith?
Actually, CAO Nelson Smith actually covered my question, which was, are they providing the flag? Because it is different. And thank you, Councillor Dorward, for bringing up those words, because it's true. We want to be inclusive and supportive of, yeah, this particular transgender. So thank you for that.
So all in favor? Any opposed? Carried. So maybe we could ask staff to look into the possibility of getting another pole, even if it's right beside.
Could be
Our-
beside it.
Yeah.
You
and
just
it's for-
make it a little lower, that's all.
Well, the Canadian flag would always be higher than
Yeah.
anybody's, yeah. Regular protocol, I believe.
Okay, moving on, we've got the draft minutes of the Bear Smart Committee meeting held February 11th for information. Any comments, questions?
Trina, and she has
Trina,
anything?
Councillor Smith, do you have any comments?
Just that I'm really excited about the involvement of Port Hardy Recreation coming on board and helping with the education piece for our community, getting everyone involved, making sure that we maintain our Bear Smart status. So stay tuned for some pretty creative content coming out for Bear Smart Week in March.
Thank you. No, that is a real win for your committee.
Yeah, that's.
We have our draft minutes of the Policy and Governance Committee held February 11th for information. And we have a couple recommendations.
Mhm.
We have the recommendation that the Policy and Governance Committee recommended council that policy CP 6.11 computer use be deleted.
Mhm. I'll make that recommendation.
Moved by Councillor Dugas, seconded by Councillor Tidbury.
I'll just add, in case no one else is, that this has been replaced by the, I think it's called the technology policy. It's not that we're getting rid of it. It's
We're not getting rid of it.
we've got a totally new and enhanced and improved version.
Yes.
And we aren't gonna use computers anymore.
Yeah.
Let me know how that works for
Yeah, Yeah, paper
you.
use.
Send me a letter.
Any other comments?
Okay.
All in favor? Any opposed? Carried. We have the Policy and Governance Committee recommend to council that policy CP 2.5 Fire Department remuneration be approved as amended. And Councillor Chipper,
Yeah, I'm voting that.
you moving it?
Yes.
Yes,
I'll second you.
seconded by Councillor Dugas and Councillor Dorward.
Just some comments on the minutes, which I think are just draft minutes. Just the, under number 2, fire department honorarium, the discussion included. I think just expand removal of fire chief. It just sounds like we're not gonna have a fire chief anymore, but from the honorarium because they're a salaried or employee or whatever now.
Yeah, it's a little
I
different.
think it just could, yeah, just expand the meaning of it. So,
Just look like we got rid of it.
yeah, when you first read it, you're not, if you're not referring back to the policy, then you don't actually understand what we're doing.
Yeah. We don't need a fire chief anymore.
So all in favor? Any opposed? Carried. Now staff reports. Nothing under current bylaws and resolution. We have our pending bylaw that's been there for a little while. The 1010-2013. Verbal reports. Councillor Smith.
Thank you, Mayor. Last week I missed our Port Hardy Heritage meeting. I was not feeling well. I didn't want to spread it, and I still am. But they're doing a lot of good work, as we just had the committee of the whole, a report from Robin. February 22nd, it was my first VRL, Vancouver Island Regional Library, and board meeting and AGM. There's a new exec has been elected. And wow, what a great staff. So they had to shrink. There was a staffing freeze, as you all know about the financial struggles that Furl was going through, but pretty incredible staff that they have now, full complement since November 2024. And yeah, I think they're in really good hands and look to improve things even further. They're looking at building reserves, and not just reserves, but also funded reserves. So making sure that they do have the money in the bank instead of just on paper. So yeah, I thought it was excellent and really happy to be a part of that committee. Big shoes to fill with Councillor Robertson. Thank you so much for all of your work on the executive for that committee, and a lot of great work has been done. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Councillor Tidbury.
Couple things, I had the privilege of working with a bunch of kids on a amateur theater week, and some of you, I believe, did attend, and it was just a fantastic week, and you know, I was there at the beginning, so I saw the practices and the little hiccups along the way, and how it evolved into a nice performance at the end. And it was very nice to see that. The seniors still going ahead with different things. They're very active. The Thursday luncheons still overwhelming. We get up to 70 people now at the well, we build them out. We're moving them around the house here now, and we talked about the Canadian flag. Well, there's a flag on the inside, and there'll be a flag on the outside of the place pretty soon. And then I attended the tourists meeting on Monday, and you saw the display and the information. And Natalie's represented us in a number of communities across Canada.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic that we're getting exposure there.
Yeah.
She's a good ambassador for the North Island.
Yeah, you
We're very lucky to have her. Yeah, that's me.
Councillor Texmo.
Thank you, Mayor. I haven't had a lot going on because I've still got the plague that will not seem to go away and our household just keeps bringing it back. Was unable to make the finance meeting as I was down island. One thing I wanted to mention is that we were talking about it in the committee meeting that just that I'm proud of the rec staff and their efforts for the Craft Hockeyville. I think it's pretty cool that all the videos they're putting together and the awareness they're trying to bring to it, and people are starting to talk about it. I hope more people kind of get involved and tell some stories, but just a thank you to the rec department and everyone else involved with the district of Port Hardy trying to make that happen for us. And the last thing I just want to say that I am extremely proud of Team Canada for taking on a victory for us. So
Yeah.
Go Team Canada. I'm sure you guys must have heard me maybe screaming on Facebook, and I'm still sore from that, but it was worth it.
No, we heard, we didn't need Facebook. We heard it anyway.
Yeah, it was worth it. And that's it for me.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you. Councillor Dugas.
Well, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I had the opportunity to go to our Mount Washington Health Network AGM meeting on the 12th. It was very well attended. There was a lot of people there, so it was really good. I guess the only thing that I mentioned to Marjorie was sort of look at the director of that part of it, the coordinator. I just basically said that I was a little surprised that there wasn't any representation from our Indigenous nations at that meeting, and I'm sure hoping in the future that that's going to change. And so talked to her a little bit about that, about maybe how we can help try to get that interest there and get them involved. So I was excited about that. They broke up into different groups and talked about different things. And I think the main things that they talked about obviously is what we all talk about, housing, number one. health, emergency, the emergency part of the hospital and other things that would be nice to have here. And transportation, another huge one. Especially when you're moving, for example, seniors around from A to B. I mean, there's not a lot of opportunities out there for them sometimes. They can't go to some of these social events because they don't have a way to get there. So that's something that's a big need for our area, and so I know they're gonna be talking about that a lot. And obviously, I talked quite a bit about North Island Seniors Housing projects with regards to elder seniors and those with disabilities for the housing. And at one time when they did a housing, Mount Washington Regional District did a housing, I guess it was a report with regards to what's available. One of the things that was brought up there was having a regional housing coordinator to kind of bring everybody together. And I think that it's one of the things that we miss is sometimes we don't get everybody together. And I know that our mayor, Pat Corbett-Labatt, and Angela Smith did a lot of work in the past, and we brought a lot of things. And I think one of the things that we talked about at the meeting is that we talk a lot about what we don't have, but we don't talk a lot about what we did get because of that committee. Like we got the Foundry, and we've got these other different services that are brought to the community because of that group and all the hard work that they did. And I think we have to focus on that a little bit, all of the positives that have happened, not just talk about the negatives that we're at right now, because all those positives build for the future for what's gonna come. So I think that was one thing that they talked about, and I think we can be very proud of what we have. Sure, we've lost some stuff, but man, we've got a lot of stuff here that we never had before. And I think it's awesome. And North Island Seniors Housing Foundation, our group, we've been talking to Island Health about working together with them. We've talked to a number of other groups, and we had the pleasure of being invited to the Quagg Council meeting with the chief and council to talk about our housing project. And we were only supposed to be there for about a half an hour. We were there for an hour and a half talking about our project. They were really excited. They really want to be a part of it. And when we left there, we felt really, really good. And especially just getting the opportunity to come and talk to them about the project. So we're really excited about the possibility in the future here coming up to go to Quatsino and the Guasanao Nation to talk about the project and about being them involved with the project. And it was really, really cool. I was really excited about it when we left. I had the opportunity of being at our tour and advisory committee meeting here just the other day. And Robin had basically came and give her report from the Museum of Heritage there from the museum. Awesome job that they're doing there. And there's so much exciting things to look forward to in our community. Putting them together, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. And the tourism looks really good for next year right now. A lot of the tourist guys are saying, yeah, we're starting to fill up. Last year was kind of a hit and miss, but it's starting to pick up. And they're excited about, and I think probably one of the things that was brought up with the 4VI that was talking to us, and she said that statistics they got right now is 40% of the people that had planned to go to the United States for vacation canceled. 40%, they're saying, across Canada. That's a lot of people. So as Fred mentioned, we gotta tap into that. And I think that's great that Natalie's down east and promoting Vancouver Island in the north, so and hopefully we have to be prepared. But I guess the other thing that we always have an issue with up here, we want us to be a destination, but accommodation is huge, like lack of it when we get people. And unfortunately, what's happened at Telegraph Cove is it's a big hit, but they're working really, really hard to try to get that back up and going again. I mean, obviously not gonna have a restaurant, but they're gonna have hopefully the whale watching and different things happening at there, so.
And the hotel's still.
The hotel's still there on the top of the hill. It's just that whole, that beautiful dock, kind of unfortunately took a hit. So anyways, and finance meeting, thank you for our staff. Normie's not here, but
Normie's online.
Normie, thank you, Normie, for all the hard work that you've done, putting that together and working with Heather and the staff to put that all together for us. Sure makes life easy for council, mayor and council, when we look at the detail that you put into that while we're making, you know, those choices for our community moving forward. So thank you for that. And Canada, thank you, Canada, for winning the game.
And Connor McDavid.
Okay, yeah, it would have to be him, right? I was hoping it was gonna be Crosby, but that doesn't matter. We won. Sorry, thank you, Mayor.
Counselor Robertson.
Yeah, go Canada, go. I'm good. No. Yeah, no, I echo Dennis's comments, both about recreation and the finance and the budget meeting that we just had. Finance meeting. It was much easier and clearer than, anyway, thank you. That really does help Luddites like me. So, I think I mentioned last time briefly that I'm going through a series of Marine Plan Partnership meetings where they're updating the Marine Plan, their Marine Plan, which is online from 2015, and going through a bunch of different topics with it. Energy, food security, reconciliation, marine response. There's a number of, and my concern with and it's good that they're doing this, is that this is the marine plan for the North Vancouver Island region. There's other regions that are also involved in the same process. But if you go to a map of the region, you'll
You
see.
can go on and we can't see.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry. It goes, you know, the region extends down south to just south of Campbell River, through Johnson Strait and Queen Charlotte Strait up to the North Island. So it's a big region, and it includes, for a lot of the planning, there's gaps with in the northern part of the region. The bands are not a part of one of the groups that's most present is Nanocolis, and they do remarkable and amazing work. And it's a coalition of a number of Kwakwaka'wakw bands from the south, but there are real gaps, spatial gaps in the planning for the northern part of the region. They understand that. I have become a bit like a broken record with it, but it's still a concern that as the marine plan is updated, that it's inclusive of the entire region. And it is to a certain point, but there are gaps. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring that to.
So when they have those meetings, they're not present there then? That our area?
No.
No? No. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
Are
But
they
anyway,
invited though?
yeah, yes, and it's more to a certain extent, and I shouldn't go too far into things that I don't always understand. Usually it doesn't stop me, but it's to a certain extent about membership with Nanocolis and lots of other things that I don't actually always understand the intricacies of. But other than the end result is there are gaps that need to be addressed.
They were part of it.
They were,
were.
and they may well be again, but in the meantime. The other thing that I attended that was really quite interesting was at the Legion, and John was there too, with the Wounded Warriors.
Yeah.
And how they are dealing with difficult mental health issues, and they just have my undying admiration for what they do. So, yeah, it's some of them struggle, and mental health is an issue that we don't always address well in our world, and they're doing something.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, thanks, that's me.
Thank you. That's it.
Excuse me, I also attended the finance meeting. It was very productive, and that was in large part to the great preparation done by the finance team and other staff. So that was good. Filomi Days. I've been looking for a way to help out, but I'm not available on Filomi Days weekend. But I had the opportunity to take over the duck race, so I'm doing that.
Feel slighted?
No.
Not
he
at all.
wanted it.
No, awesome.
He didn't-
Oh,
he didn't
thank you,
steal
Sarah.
it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I didn't steal it. It was up for grabs. So, yeah, getting a head start on that, before I return to work on Monday. And I also attended the Wounded Warriors, and yeah, it was really good to be there and listen to what they do with the funding, and yeah, the excitement they had for kicking it off, and they really love Port Hardy. And Port Hardy had a good showing with the funding that was provided, so that
And
was
the
really
good work
great.
that the Legion is doing.
Yes,
Mhm.
totally, absolutely, yeah. The Legion had a huge donation, so that was really great. And after that, I went over to the community hockey game for the Craft Hockeyville thing, and well, because it was a community hockey game. And I was honestly a bit disappointed in the turnout. I thought with the advertising and everything that the recreation department did a fabulous job. I thought it was gonna be packed. So yeah, I was honestly disappointed in our community for not having a bigger turnout, but is what it is. And yeah, I got kind of cold and I thought, yeah, we definitely need that 250,000 because we need some better heaters in here. So yeah, I didn't stay till the end because I didn't dress warm enough, but who won? What was the final score? Did the kids come back and beat them?
Yeah, we swapped a bit of players and yes, I think it was like maybe 11-9.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
much closer, yeah. Okay, that's it for me.
Thank you. So before I get into my report, I just want to mention the pink shirts and why people are wearing pink. It's on the eve of Pink Shirt Day, and just reminding people, Pink Shirt Day, that it's just not one day to not bully. It's 365 days a year. You should not be bullying. Bullying could happen online, could happen in person, could be happening at work, could be happening in school, could be happening in public. And to model kindness and good behavior.
Yeah.
Because words make such a difference.
Yeah.
And one word can destroy someone, or one word could make someone feel so much better.
Yeah.
So be mindful of your words, be kind.
Thank you.
So onto my report, I dropped into the Mount Winded Health Network Annual Forum of Strategic Planning, just because that's a network that's near and dear to my heart. I was surprised. I stopped in when they were doing reporting back, and I was surprised about some of the comments. And I thought, those have been done already. And just with the turnover from one coordinator to another coordinator, all of a sudden things got dropped.
Yeah.
It's like, pick it up. But I had to leave because I was going to say things I might not have wanted to say, and it's a new time and refreshing, so it's great. I attended the cultural awareness with Nicole Norris from the Ministry of Emergency Management, EMCR, Emergency Management. Can't remember what the acronym stands for.
Emergency management and climate readiness.
And climate readiness, thank you. And she did a very good presentation. We had really good representation from the district. We had a CAO, we had our director of finance, we had our deputy corporate officer, we had staff there. Really great representation. We had our fire chief, we had paramedics. But it was not just Port Hardy, it was for the whole North Island, and it was quite well attended out at Seven Hills Golf Course. It's chilly. There was snow on the road, but it was a really good turnout and a really good presenter. I've attended meetings with the Sinala Culturally Supportive Housing with the board meetings and with BC Housing, so that's moving ahead. Attended a meeting with BC Ferries about the Quadra Queen 2 refit for the triport area, and this is what the other mayors and with Chief Isaac and other representation. So stay tuned. I don't know if it's going to happen, but communication will make a difference. So I'm trying to make things better.
It's not back online.
I mean,
I forget the name of the ferry that.
the Aurora is back on.
Oh, it is. Oh.
It is, but in next October, it's going for another refit.
Mhm.
And that's when they're trying to do a better job. The Wounded Warriors meet and greet was great. 8 riders, 8 days, 800 kilometers. Sorry, 8 runners, yes. 8 runners, 8 days, 800 kilometers.
That's crazy.
Absolutely mind-boggling and it's inspirational, and at the Legion, it was lovely. 6 o'clock in the morning at the Lions at the Civic
Yeah.
Center.
Dedication
It was
for the man.
and the Lions members and the paramedics that showed up and the fire department members and the police and all the people that turned up, the junior rangers that turned up too. So it was a really good turn out to see them off.
Mhm.
And they have, for the first time ever, a police escort from start to finish, which they've had police escorts at different stages, but this is one dedicated policeman that's, traveling with them the whole time.
That's really cool.
So it was really, really cool. And I know Counselor Tidbury talked to them about trying to have more of a social media presence more than a week beforehand. And contacted us
Mhm.
more than a week
Mhm.
beforehand, because I talked to one of the Coast Guard representatives who just found out per chance. And he would have showed up in his uniform and stuff,
Mhm.
but, so trying to make a bigger splash here would be nice. And that's about it for me. Finance was great, sorry. Director of Finance, you and your team have put together an
Yeah.
amazing, presentation and really have made our life a lot easier, so thank you. Okay, on to information. You can see lots of things are happening and coming up. And just pointing out the job fair on March the 4th, which would be very well attended by many different organizations. So stay tuned. We have an in-camera meeting February 27th at 3 o'clock. And may a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
The tribe, Counselor Tidbury, you know it's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, God. Took the pressure off you.
Yeah.
Whoever provided the chocolate, thank you very much.
That would be our CAO.